That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done.
She knows she's gonna make so much money off of that. She's rage baiting because she knows people are going to pay for a subscription just so they can comment on her Substack and tell her what a piece of shit she is.
My intention is to separate from that.
You know, a woman in your position with better intentions would probably intend to separate the hinges of her jaw from her asshole.
As a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal...
What? Alright, that's it. I want out. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Court of Random Opinion. My name is Lauren Neidigh. Today I want to talk about something deeply disturbing that I came across on the internet yesterday. Notorious acquitted, but she probably did it, child killer Casey Anthony is trying to become an influencer on TikTok. I can't believe I even strung those words together and said them out loud as if it were a real thing. I'm still not convinced that I actually just saw what I saw. I'm not convinced that someone could be so stupid and so selfish and unaware that they would fix their mouth to say the things that she just said. And when Casey Anthony was on trial, I think I was in high school, maybe middle school, and for some reason that's one of the most significant memories that stuck with me of when I was a kid growing up, and I really realized, truly, wow, there are some horrible, evil people in this world. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to get into the entire, trial and background of what happened. I just want to talk about what's being said right now. But if you don't know who Casey Anthony is at all, she's largely believed to have gotten away with the murder of her then 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee. And Kaylee should be turning 20 years old pretty soon, but she never got a chance to grow up. Casey Anthony's daughter was missing for a month before she reported it. There was a strange odor coming from her car. There was weird searches on her computer that alluded to something sinister. She's a pathological liar. There are so many things that point to Casey Anthony's guilt. And it was the first time I had ever seen anything like that where I was like, wow, really horrible people can actually get away with really terrible things. You don't forget something like that. So to be clear, for legal purposes, no, Casey Anthony was not convicted of murdering her daughter. Personally, I just do not believe she's innocent. So let's go over what she had to say on TikTok, because I have a few comments of my own I want to make.
We're sweat to death. Okay.
I wish you would, but go on, I guess.
This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher.
A legal advocate. An advocate for what? How to get away with murder?
I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011, and
You should have been in a prison since long before that, but alright.
in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I
Operate appropriately. What was stopping you from operating appropriately as a mother?
start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter.
Advocate for your daughter. That's amazing. This woman's actually going to try to capitalize off of the murder of her 2-year-old child, and I fully believe, like most people, that she did it. I'm gonna have to pause and comment a lot because this is so gross. I can't just sit through the whole thing.
Those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done.
This is so gross. She knows she's gonna make so much money off of that. Because of course everyone wants to hear what she has to say about it. It's a train wreck. Of course people are gonna look at it.
I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to.
I mean, there are some sick freaks out there who will definitely reach out to her. No doubt about it. This is the internet. It's wild. I feel like I was a better person when I had forgotten that she existed.
So with that, please join me on Substack.
If you don't know what Substack is, it's like a platform where you can publish your writing and you can monetize subscriptions and stuff like that. You can actually go and look at some Substack pages. I don't really use it very much. I've only looked at it a couple times, but you can go and look at some for free. And I think there are some of her posts that you can see for free, but there are paid subscriptions and people are paying for it because you have to pay to comment on these things. I mean, she turned the comments off of her TikTok for a reason. She knows this is nasty and you have to pay to comment on her Substack. And so, she's rage baiting because she knows people are going to pay for a subscription just so they can comment on her Substack and tell her what a piece of shit she is. It's kind of smart in a sick, twisted way if you're morally barren, but at the end of the day, it's actually just horrific.
You have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened.
Friendsforprisoners.com. That is actually where I would go if I wanted to be pen pals with someone who should be behind bars. No thanks for the offer.
One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some...
What do you and those people have in common? Did they also murder their children?
When necessary, people needed to step up, myself included.
The fact that those words just came out of your mouth. Where were you when you needed to step up for your daughter? Most of us see right through this, because when you needed to step up for your daughter, you were putting her body in a trunk, allegedly.
As a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal...
What? Oh, no. She said that with a straight face. Oh. All right, that's it. I want out. Guys, come on. I know those camps are horrific and they don't work, but still. I would choose the camp over putting my trust in Casey fucking Anthony.
Women's rights. I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me, and now...
If anyone's doing a thrusting of you on a platform, it's you. You're thrusting yourself at society, and we just want you to go away. Slink off into whatever corner you came from. I'm sure there's plenty of other nice snakes you can hang out with.
Look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. But I am proverbially standing in the light.
Well, if she's standing in the light, I guess I'll pass.
Embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact, so you will get very comfortable with my car.
No!
And...
Oh no! I don't think I even need to explain why that was out of pocket. The lack of self-awareness.
With the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am
a child murderer? Yeah.
Advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that.
You know, a woman in your position with better intentions would probably intend to separate the hinges of her jaw from her asshole.
Is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward.
Yeah, well, you know, a more important resource for you might be a plunger, because now all that bullshit you got clogged up in your mouth is spilling out all over my corner of the internet. You know, this is why I don't care what people think when they get irritated and they come up in my comments section complaining about me having a potty mouth. It's because there are people like this out there, who I firmly believe, despite her not being convicted, I firmly believe killed her own daughter. She is an absolutely shameless, unapologetic, grifting cunt. I do not care if you don't like that word. Sometimes it is necessary. Thanks everyone for watching. Let me know what you think about this Casey Anthony video in the comments below. I'll see you all soon.